Clic, mao, ça tue, ça blesse, ça flingue. Aïe, 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 mao, gazo, clic.
Collective, thank you for joining me today in the ethers. We're going to jump right into this reading. If it resonates with you, take it for yourself, and if it doesn't, share it with someone else. All right, this is a 12 card spread. Okay, let's jump in. Let's see what these people are not telling you. All right, the person that's on your mind, collective, what is it that they are not telling you? All right, give me a clear message from my collective. Let's make this a 12 card spread. All right, first card out is the Tower. So somebody's going through some changes, a sudden change. Maybe it's you, collective. All right, that's definitely the Magician. Okay, so I'm getting that this Tower moment that you're having, or that maybe you're going through, or your person is going through, because this is probably what they're not telling you. All right, that they're going through a transformation. I feel I don't feel like this is a bad Tower moment. I feel like this is a Tower moment that had to happen. The Four of Pentacles is out here. Okay, the Four of Pentacles speak of possessiveness, right? It's boundaries, it's limits. So with the Magician out here, I'm feeling like someone changed. Someone set up some boundaries somewhere. We're going to jump into it. You have the Eight of Swords out here, feeling trapped, feeling restricted. You have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so that's new opportunities here. To me, I take the Ace of Pentacles is the earth, the universe, granting you a gift here. The King of Swords here, that's my protector. Okay, for some of you, this could be an older male in your life, maybe your father, an uncle, or maybe there's a younger, older dynamic here between you and a person. But the King of Swords is very logical, right? Very analytical, emotionally. They are emotionally detached, you know, because the King of Swords in the tarot deck is the divorced king. Okay, so very strict and serious. And want clarity and truth and peace. You have the Strength card out here. That's Leo energy. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles. So we're seeing what sort of upheaval is here in this love life thing that you got going on here. You have the Page of Swords. So you definitely have someone here watching you. For some of you, it could be a younger person. For others of you, I don't know, I get it, maybe it could be your children, but for others of you, I get that this is a chatty person who is possibly gossiping, but we're going to get into it. You have the Three of Wands, something, you know, you're looking ahead here. You have confidence and growth. The Star card is out here. We're going to get into this love reading. Then the Five of Pentacles, someone felt left out in the cold by you. You have the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Let's jump into this reading and see what this is about. All right, collective. So I feel like this is an emotional reading here. Definitely from your person. Okay. I feel like your person, with the Tower, the King of Swords, and the Eight of Swords, that they don't know how to say something to you. Okay? I feel like this person has been shook, right? Either something happened between y'all, a breakup, possibly a painful truth, a confrontation, or you triggered a deep-ass wound in them. Some form of abandonment, failure, or fear of being seen, right? I feel like the Tower, which is the first card out, the Tower says you crack through their emotional foundation, right? They might be calm on the outside, but the King of Swords, on the inside, they're spiraling, I feel. With the Eight of Swords, it shows they feel trapped by fear, by some form of guilt or shame, right? And they don't know how to process it. All right. The Magician card is out here with the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. And when you're reading tarot, you kind of have to, it's all different angles for you to pick up your message. So the angle that this has me on is the Magician, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords is what's standing out, right? So to me, I feel like the person, or possibly you collective, one of you want to fix this, or both of you want to fix it, or they want to fix it, right? Deep down, I feel they're trying to manifest a new beginning with you here, especially with the Ace of Pentacles. But they're starting with watching, right? They're building up this slow momentum. So they're starting by watching and waiting with the Page of Swords being out here. They keep tabs on you for sure. I think you guys know that already, right? But they ain't ready to speak, okay? But they're thinking about how to control the narrative here. When they do come in, they definitely want to come in to control the outcome, so the outcome benefits them. Okay, they want to come in correct, but it's like they're still rehearsing what to say in their head, and they're never, I feel like they're never pressing, right? They're those people that sit there and play with their text, their phone, and text and then delete everything that they say, then text again, delete. So they have so much to say to you, but they're not pressing send, if that makes sense, right? What I feel like in this reading, what they're holding back emotionally, especially with the Four of Pentacles being out here and the Five of Pentacles, okay? This person got serious abandonment and trust issues, right? They hold on too tight to whatever feels safe, even if it's a toxic pattern, right? They fear kind of like rejection here before it even happens. And this person, 9 times out of 10, self-sabotages all the time, right? That, I feel like the Five of Pentacles says they feel emotionally left out in the cold, but don't know how to say, I miss you. I feel lost without you. So they just suffer in silence, and pretty much this person is capping because they act unbothered, when in reality the cards are showing something else. And actually, I feel like their state of mind around you shows something else. Just, the timidness, can't look you in your face, don't really know what to say, talking in circles. That speaks volumes. Where they're weak, but I feel like they're, yes, with the Strength card out here and the King of Swords, they're weak but pretending they're strong, if that makes sense to anybody, right? They're trying to logic their way through their emotions, right? They want to seem unshakable, but the cards, what Spirit is telling me, Spirit says this ain't strength, right? It's pride and it's ego, and it's hiding a wound of the heart, right? This person is wounded. What I feel like you had to, for some reason I'm hearing, give them the taste of their own medicine. You had to let somebody know pretty much who the hell you really are. Okay? I feel like the real strength would be vulnerability, right? But they ain't mastered that yet. This person can't even admit to themselves, where they're hurting at. They're not ready to even tell the truth to themselves about how they feel about you or the situation, right? I feel like what the connection from, these are from the cards I'm getting, okay? What the connection means to them with the Star card out here and the Three of Wands. You are hope in their life, right? You represent the glass half full. You probably was a positive force in their life. You probably was there to rub their back. You was probably there to rub their head, or to give them that little kiss on the cheek, to let them know that everything is going to be okay. And what this is telling me is maybe they took this for granted, right? They thought that you would always be stuck in that nurturing, that loving, that giving mode, when no, like it doesn't work like that, right? You know, you wanted reciprocity here. I feel like you represent some form of healing for them, something pure and real that they didn't really expect, and they see a future with you, or they at least dream about a future with you, right? I feel that the Three of Wands says they look ahead and they imagine, you know, they're daydreaming. This person is a daydreamer. They're looking ahead, and they're imagining a world of you and them together, and what things would be like if it was different, right? But they don't want to build, they're not ready to build a bridge yet. They're not. So this person could be clearing, I feel, I do have to say this, I feel like maybe they have a past that they could be clearing up, right? Or there's some things that this person has to get in order first before they come to you. That's just my bottom line. That's just what I'm getting right here. I feel like for you, collective, because with the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like that's definitely your energy here, the Nine of Pentacles, and then you got the Four of Pentacles again. And I feel like you've been doing the work, right? You've been leveling up, you've been choosing peace, pouring into yourself. But don't lie, you still got a soft spot for this person, right? You want to stay solid, but part of you wonders, okay? What if I'm giving up too soon, right? These are the questions that you're asking yourself. But the Four of Pentacles repeated itself here in your reading means y'all both holding on to each other energetically. You guys are mirroring each other, even if no one is talking, okay? Even if the texts are not coming through, even if the phone calls are not there, even if you don't see them spying on your social media, but I feel like if you look hard enough, you would. But you guys are definitely mirroring each other because I feel like you like this person too, right? I feel like the real truth is this connection cracked both of y'all open, just period, right? But where you evolved, right? They got stuck. You evolved. So they feel everything, but they don't trust themselves, or they don't trust love. Your person, this is who you're dealing with, right? Right? They don't trust love, right? To hold them safely, and where they could be vulnerable, right? They want a new beginning with you, so they spy, they dream, but they do not what they do, because they're not doing nothing currently. They're just watching you. And they're not doing anything out of fear, out of ego. Okay, I feel like your silence, collective, if you guys are not in communication, your silence speaks loudly, so loudly that they can hear it, okay? I feel like what Spirit is saying to you is, with the Star card, that you are the star, right? You are the seed. You are not the storm. You can't keep dimming your shine, waiting for someone to grow into the partner you already are, right? Love is not a rehab center. Ooh, y'all can write that shit down. Love is not a rehab center. They got to want to heal and show up for real. They're scared to reach for you, all right? And I feel nothing but fear and anxiety in this reading. And it's not your energy, collective. It's your person's energy that they want to reach for you. They want to tell you what's going on, but this person is scared, right? I'm not saying is right. I'm just saying, just don't forget that this person is fearful. I feel like the overall energy here is you're not going to be no one's secret. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like you're not going to be tiptoeing around until this person get the nerves up to do what they have to do. Okay? So you're not out here living in fantasy world, right? You're dealing with the real thing here, okay? I feel like you're standing your ground, and if you're letting this person know, if they come towards you, they're gonna have to come correct. That's just the bottom line, right? You won't shrink for silence any longer. Let's see what actions will they take towards you. Let's pull. Let's see. What is the actions that this person wants to take towards my collective? You have the Chariot is out here, so they're looking at success with you. Let's see what else you have here. They're looking at a form of victory here. There's the Seven of Wands and the High Priestess. Let's see. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands. So the action they want to take towards you is the Chariot. Okay, they want movement, but towards what? This person wants to move forward. They're being pulled spiritually towards action, I feel, towards you, because the Chariot is definitely your spirit team stepping in. Okay, they definitely want to be in alignment with you, I hear. But the Chariot don't move without willpower, right? So I feel like this is a test of self-control and courage for them. Right now, they're trying to steer their emotions without crashing into them, if that makes sense, right? They want to come towards you, but it's on their terms, right? And Spirit is like, you sure you're ready for that ride? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you guys are definitely standing your ground. Whatever it is that you guys are doing, you're forcing this person to grow up. That's all I'm hearing right now, right? And this is not a smooth glide. It's a bumpy ass road that requires focus, maturity, and direction, right? They all ain't the way, you know. I just feel like they all are not. They're not there yet. That's all I keep hearing is like, I just keep hearing, are we there yet? Are we there yet? I don't know why. The Seven of Wands here. So this is what they're coming to you with, right? Not just their fears and insecurity right now, but they're defensive, right? They're fearful. They have a fearful heart. So I feel like the Seven of Wands, the card screams, I love you, but I'm scared you'll see too much. So you need to ask yourself, or ask your person, what is it about them that they know? What is it that they know about themselves that they feel is going to push you away, right? I feel like there's a heavy level of guilt here or shame here. Maybe because of the way they treated you or the things that they said to you or didn't say, but I'm definitely picking up like a silence kind of guilty person here, right? I feel like this person definitely do love you, but they're scared you'll see too much, right? They're they're defensive as fuck right now, okay? So that's one. They're fighting off their own emotions. They're battling their own demons, maybe even trying to justify pushing you away, like it's for your good that they're pushing you away. You understand what I'm saying? That's the G, and the G means the game, right? I feel they feel the need to protect themselves with the Seven of Wands, but what they're really doing is sabotaging, okay? Self-sabotage. I told you this person, this is what they do, okay? They see you as a powerful, intuitive, and possibly intimidating because you're not easily fooled, right? They can't just say any old thing. They can't just do any old thing. They have to come correct. You're calling them to grow, and they're resisting it. That's basically what I'm getting here, right? But listen, defensiveness is a trauma response, right? So this person, your person collective, ain't healed enough to stop seeing love as a threat. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm not saying that the person didn't do some healing, because I am feeling like maybe you guys haven't been in a communication like that. So you might see a little bit of growth, but they haven't completely healed yet, where them loving you back, doesn't make them feel weak, right? It's not a threat when they tell you that they love you, or they're not thinking you're gonna just take their words and throw it in the garbage or whatever, right? So you have the High Priestess out here. So your intuition is already screaming the truth. So you know what's up with this person, collective. This right here, this is you. This is you, collective, okay? The High Priestess is the knowing without the proof, the silence that speaks louder than the words. You already know what time it is, and your silence right now is driving this person up the wall, okay? You know what time it is already, right? I feel like this card is confirmation to trust your gut, okay? If your spirit is feeling a little off, or is telling you, maybe not right now for this person, then I would suggest that you listen. If you feel their energy watching you from a distance but not stepping up, you're right. It's the truth, okay? They may not say it, but I feel like you feel it. You know, right? Don't let their silence make you question your inner voice, if that makes sense, right? Because they're going through something right now. You already see everything you need to, so you can stop waiting for them to say what you already felt in your bones that they feel. You don't have to wait. They'll say it when they're good and ready, okay? I feel like they want to come forward with the Chariot, right? But the ego and the fear got them in this box. And the Seven of Wands, they see your power, but they're scared to face it, if that makes sense, right? You've been too quiet about what you already know. It's time to act from knowing, not waiting. And that's the vibe I'm getting from the High Priestess. All right, so listen, this was your reading, and I hope it resonated with you, all of you actually. And I will see you guys in the comments. Ciao. Collective, let's jump right into this general reading. It's going to be a 12 card spread. Yes, I was feeling like giving you 2 readings today. So we're going to jump into ethers and see the message for you. First card out for my collective is the Ace of Wands. Something new, something exciting. You are finding this passionate new beginning. You're being gifted this, actually, okay? So for those of you who's been feeling a little down in the slumps, you are about to get this burst of energy, this burst of creative energy. And the King of Wands is definitely confirming this for me. You have the Ace of Wands and the King of Wands. I could be talking to a Leo, a Sagittarius, and an Aries, okay? You don't have to be, right? You could just be embodying that energy. The King of Wands is very creative, very astute, very passionate about things. You have the Ten of Cups out here. So there could be a relationship. You have the 10 of Wands, all right? So 1010, look up those angel numbers. It could be something there for you. Let's see. You have peace. I'm going to keep this card on the side. I feel like that's ancestors, right? You're in this energy of peace, be still, right? But heavy fire energy, 3 of Pentacles, all right? This could be something at work, possibly maybe... I don't know, some of you could be getting a promotion, all right, or taking on a new project at work, being assigned a project at work, because you're the one for the job. You're the one to complete the task here, I'm getting. 9 of Cups, a wish fulfillment here. So you have the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. Let's see. Here's the Emperor. Heavy fire energy. Heavy fire energy. All right, but there's something going on with this Emperor. This could be, for some of you, you could know this person. They could dress up in a suit for work, or something that they do. This could be like a grandfather or a father. maybe somebody with white hair that's in your life, older male here. The Fool is out here, right? It's freedom, that's possibilities, that's adventure, right? I'm just pulling the cards and then we're going to jump into it, okay? The Knight of Wands is here, showing up, very impulsive, very charming. They could be a little younger than you, all right? For some of you, this person could ride a motorcycle. For sure, you have the World card here. Here's something else for my collective. Why is the Emperor out here? You have the Moon, right? Something hidden. Give me a clear message. And the Seven of Swords. All right. The bottom of the deck is Justice. So there is some peace here. Let's jump into this reading. All right, collective. So, like I said, the first card out here is the Ace of Wands, right? So the Ace of Wands is a great card, right? I feel like the card is pure energy and just new beginnings, okay? You heard that horn honk right there? That was your confirmation, collective. Okay, so like I said, this card is pure energy. It's new beginnings, right? It's spirit lighting your fire. There's new opportunities here for you. There's passion. There's a creative spark, you know, that's about to ignite into your life. It's that, yes, I'm ready kind of energy, right? To start fresh with motivation, with courage, with confidence. And as a matter of fact, right? Because that's what the Ace of Wands is. The Ace of Wands is a matter of fact. It's just period, right? However, with the Ace of Wands, when it shows up, I still have to, I just want you to be aware of jumping in too fast without planning, all right? Because the Ace of Wands definitely carries that energy. That excitement can fade quick if you don't pace yourself or if you rush without grounding yourself, okay? So I just want to tell you, you know, go with the flow, move with the momentum, but you have to pace yourself, all right? So get something out of this cycle, because as we know, everything comes in cycles. So this is your cycle, this is your energy. So if you've been feeling lack of energy lately, whether it's just physically, whether it's you know, mentally, I guess, or spiritually, right? You're now about to come out of that. Spirit is bringing you out of that. So you're about to get the momentum back into your life. That spark, that energetic fire is being ignited for you. You have the King of Wands. So that shows me that you have great leadership skills. The King of Wands is an excellent leader, a visionary, someone who's very just magnetic, right? They just carry this magnetic energy. And anybody who knows this Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, you guys know what I'm talking about. Their energy could just be magnetic, right? The King is a natural born boss. Whoever this King of Wands is, this could be you, collective, someone in your life, right? I really feel like this is your energy, collective, so I have to throw it out here. I feel like you are a natural born boss who inspire others and take bold actions. You are the trendsetter. You are the Joneses, right? You got people trying to keep up with your shit, right? I feel like Spirit is telling you to, and if this, like I said, you don't necessarily have to be this Leo, Sagittarius. You could just be embodying the Aries. You could just be embodying this energy, right? Spirit is telling you to embody the confidence, the ownership in your goals and your relationship, right? Stand 10 toes down and your decisions right now, right? There's no backtracking here. Spirit is basically letting you know, like, you asked for it, so here it is, right? However, with the King of Wands, I'm going to have to tell you to watch for arrogance, right? Or impatience here. Again, with the King of Wands, can sometimes bulldoze over others to get, to pretty much to get what you want, right? Sometimes you could bulldoze over others, or or get frustrated when things don't move at their speed, right? Or at your speed, collective. You have the Ten of Cups out here. And the Ten of Cups is emotional fulfillment. It's family, it's harmony, it's spiritual bliss, right? This card is a sign that deep love and happiness, it's definitely possible, it's definitely here. I'm not feeling that it's a love reading just yet, but if you are looking for love, it definitely can be here with the Ten of Cups, okay? I feel it's the happy ever after energy that you really deserve here. With the Ten of Cups being out here too, okay? So, you know how I always like to say there's two sides to everything. There's two sides to you, there's two sides to the cards, there's two sides to everything. Idealizing relationships or expecting perfection can blind you to real issues here when the Ten of Cups is out here, because it's definitely my daydreamer card. It's definitely my fantasy card, okay? Definitely too. I don't want you idealizing a situation, all right, where you're expecting perfection, right? And it's kind of blinding you towards the real issues that need attention. And the reason why I said that is because you have the Ten of Wands coming up next, and I'll get to the Ten of Wands, but don't ignore underlying tension just because the picture looks perfect. A lot of people do that. You know, you want to paint this pretty picture and then, you know, everything is all jacked up on the inside, right? We all do that, right? I guess to save face or whatever. But I feel like maybe this is what's going on in the situation right now, okay? So you're being passionate about something here, but I do feel like there's a possibility that you could be idealizing a relationship, possibly, okay? The Ten of Wands is out here. So you're carrying heavy responsibilities, right? But I feel like this card shows endurance and commitment. The Ten of Wands, right? You're almost at the finish line here. You know, this was a tough journey for you, and Spirit sees your strength and your resilience here. Flip side of this card is the burden might be too much. I'm going to let that sit with you. The burden might be too much. You could be burning or not burn. You could be burning yourself out, right? Or taking on too much alone. The Ten of Wands, when it appears in a reading, it appears as a warning to either delegate your responsibilities, share the responsibilities, whether it's in your household, whether it's at work. You know, ask for help here, right? Or drop what no longer serves you, but something have to give, okay? So now you have the Three of Pentacles out here, and the Three of Pentacles it's teamwork. Like, that's what the Ten of Wands is telling me. We're going to wrap it all up. It's all going to connect in a second because it's connecting now. So yeah, just like I said, it's burden, and you know, the Ten of Wands is burden, it's stress, it's anxiety, it's feeling defeat, it's being burnt out. The Three of Pentacles is here, and the Three of Pentacles is suggesting teamwork, right? Collaboration, skill building, right? I feel like, yeah, you need to delegate some of the responsibilities here, okay? This card says your talents are being noticed, right? And you're gaining support. Spirit's encouraging you to work with others and value collective efforts, right? Even if you don't trust it, kinda. You know, I feel like I'm talking to somebody who says, if I want something done right, I'd rather do it myself. I feel that kind of energy right now. It's not a bad thing. I'm just saying that sometimes that if you have people in your life that, you know, to share the responsibility and to trust another person's judgment is not all that bad, okay? Especially if this is a relationship kind of situation, because I am feeling like this could be. I feel like the Three of Pentacles, if you don't communicate or compromise, conflicts can arise, right? Pride or your ego can block progress in a group project or a relationship. And I feel like, well, we're going to see if that's what's going on, but something's happening here, okay? So I feel like you got to communicate a little bit more. You got to compromise, okay? All right? I'm just saying, or that 10 of Wands is going to become deeper, because I feel like the 10 of Wands is here just, a little stressed. I feel like it's nothing that a massage can't handle, right? But I feel if you continue to live in this, I'll do it by myself, I can do it, I'm the only one that can do it sort of energy, it's going to become, you're going to burn yourself out, okay? So learn to communicate. You have the Nine of Pentacles. I'm sorry, then I keep getting, you have the Nine of Cups. I guess I want to see the Nine of Pentacles, but you have the Nine of Cups out here. And this is your wish card, right? This is your dreams, your desires are manifesting, right? Satisfaction is emotional and material abundance. It's near. Spirit says to enjoy this moment and appreciate how far you've come. Be careful of complacency, though, with the Nine of Cups, or superficial satisfaction, so to speak, right? I feel like true joy comes from within, not just external achievements, if that makes sense, right? Okay, so let's move on. We have the Emperor. I love the Emperor when the Emperor shows up. The Emperor is strong, right? Structured. The Emperor is definitely authority. I feel like this card reinforced the need for discipline and leadership in your life right now, right? I feel like it's about taking control and being the architect of your destiny, right? But this can become, this controlling, it could be like, a little rigid here, right? I feel like be sure you're leading with love and not with fear or ego, if that makes sense, because you're showing up in this reading heavy. This is definitely your energy. So you definitely have to be sure that you're leading with love and not with fear, not with your ego, right? So you have the Fool card here. The good thing about the Fool card is it's freedom, it's possibilities, it's adventure, right? It's new beginnings, it's faith, it's unlimited potential. I feel like this card invites you to take a leap of faith and embrace the unknown with like a childlike wonder, right? Spirit is blessing your fresh start right now, right? Being a little naive or reckless in your decision making can cause little pitfalls with the Fool, right? So Spirit wants you just to stay aware while you take this leap here, this leap of faith here. You have the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands, I can't take a damn Knight of Wands. I don't know about you guys, but the Knight of Wands is just, this person is very charming. Just sweep you up off your feet, right? They got a little sass to them, as well as just your knight in shining armor, right? This is just who the Knight of Wands can be. This person can be very impulsive and also inconsistent and could derail progress. So watch out for this person when this person comes into your life, or this could be you. Watch for the burnout or the scattered energy, right? Because you're in your high energy right now. The good thing about the Knight of Wands is the adventure, the passion, and swift action, right? The Knight brings energy to chase your dreams boldly and with excitement. So that's the great thing about the Knight of Wands. Also, you have the World out here. So the great thing about the World is you learned a lesson here. There's a completion, there's a fulfillment, there's a wholeness, right? Spirit is telling you that a major cycle is closing beautifully and you're about to step into your power fully at this moment, right? But with the World card also, I feel like there could be a fear of change on your end or resisting the end of this cycle. It can stall your progress, right? There's two sides to this here. I'm just getting like just two sides to this. So on one hand, it's an excitement, it's a wholeness, it's a completion, it's fulfillment, and on the other hand, there is a fear of change here, and you could be resisting the ending of this cycle, but you're only stalling your progress, if that makes sense. Okay, you have the Moon card out here. So, you know, the moon, that's deep intuition, right? That's mystery. The moon card is spiritual insight, right? The card urges you to trust your inner voice, so to speak, and explore your subconscious truth. Yeah, darling. Yeah, yep. So with the moon card, right, the bad thing about it is it's confusion, it's illusion, right? Or there's hidden enemies, right? Can cloud your vision, right? You got to be cautious and don't take everything at face value when the moon cards show up, okay? And last but not least, because there's something that you're not seeing here in this situation, we're going to get to the bottom of it. You have the Seven of Swords, okay? So the Seven of Swords, the good thing about the Seven of Swords, because when you look at the Seven of Swords, it's always a trifling ass card, right? This person's stealing something, running away, you know, catch me if you can kind of energy. But the good thing about the Seven of Swords is that it's a strategy, right? It's a cleverness about you. It's a resourcefulness about you. You can navigate tricky situations with smarts and discretion. That's you. That's you, collective, okay? I feel like this card, it definitely does warn you of a deception, right? And it's definitely something hidden that you're not seeing all the way. I can clarify it for you too. But I feel like the card warns of a deception, either others being dishonest with you or temptations to cut corners somewhere here, probably with the relationship, maybe your job. Stay honest and protect your energy. I just feel like that's what the Seven of Swords is giving me here, especially with the moon. The overall vibe, because actually, let's pull. Why is the moon card here? Eight of Cups. What's the Seven of Swords? Six of Wands. Okay. All right. So the Seven of Swords here, the Eight of Cups is out here. So that's walking away, right? That's walking away. You're no longer stuck in this illusion. Things are not hidden from you. The Seven of Swords here is being clarified by the Six of Wands, which is success and victory, triumph and rewards. It's recognition and it's praise. So like I was saying, just stay honest and pretty much protect your energy here. The overall vibe that I'm getting is that, collective, I feel like you're stepping into a powerful phase of a new beginning, right? There's leadership and emotional fulfillment here, but Spirit says to balance your fire with your patience and your wisdom, okay? It's time for you to start multitasking. Don't rush blindly. Don't carry too much alone, and keep your eyes open for hidden truths here. Spirit wants you to definitely collaborate, delegate, and protect your peace, if that makes sense, okay? All right, listen, this is your reading from the ethers. I hope this resonates with you. I hope it resonates with all of you. Again, if it doesn't, please share it with someone else. There might be a message there for them. All right, thank you guys for joining me, and I will catch you next time. Ciao.